The intense volleyball action continues dito po yan sa Arellano University Gymnasium. Rhea Manalo looking to lead the Caloocan AM Spikers to their opening game win. But they have a tall task ahead of them as they take on the defending champs, itong Quezon Tangerines, looking to bounce back after their loss in the opening day. It is match number 2 here in game day number 2 inside the Arellano University Gym for your MPVA. It is the Caloocan AM Spikers taking on the defending champs, the Quezon Tangerines, here in the beautiful gymnasium of Arellano. Good afternoon to all of our viewers watching us here inside the Puso Pilipinas website. The name's Nico Aaron. Of course, joining me, Lois Santa Maria, still in the triple header, and Rafa Lipat. You'll hear more from him at courtside. Lois, a while ago, grabe yung game na yun, Marikina and San Juan. But up next, itong game, very interesting. Caloocan taking on the defending champs, Quezon.
And of course, itong Quezon Tangerines, they want to bounce back. Again, sabi mo nga, from their heartbreaking loss against Dasmariñas from the opening game, from the last match. And also for Caloocan, they're composed of different set of players. They have retained all players, but now it seems like we have additional players para dito sa AM Caloocan, and mostly are players that were former players from the Valenzuela.
Yeah, reignited. Nabanggit mo nga kanina, Lois, yung lineup nitong Caloocan, much more interesting mix, no? Some players from Valenzuela the previous season. Nag-sunny person na sila dito sa Caloocan. Pag-usapan natin itong Caloocan AM Spikers. Let's talk about their roster heading into their first game of the season.
So we have Chica Jean Espinosa, Rhea Manalo, which are some of the players that were retained. We also have Daisy Melendres. But we have additional, hindi lang galing sa mga Valenzuela teams from the previous season. We also have additional players just like Brienne, Elaine Manilo. They also came up from a different team from the previous seasons. We also have the likes of Nieva and Clarice Tizon. And we can see na halos lahat na additional players dito came off from the NCAA collegiate teams.
Yeah, very interesting roster para dito sa Caloocan. Pero tumawid naman tayo sa kabila. Let's go to the other side of the fence. Let's talk about the defending champs, the Quezon Tangerines.
Well, from their last game against Dasmariñas, as we can see, again, na-mention nga natin natalo sila in just straight sets. And this is somehow heartbreaking kasi galing nga sila from championship. They were the queens from last season. Unfortunately, with this debuting team, Dasmariñas, they lost. As you can see, in terms of attacks, hindi naman nalalayo. However, Quezon gave out a lot of opponent errors that were an advantage for the Dasmariñas Monarchs.
What a game that was. Alam din natin powerhouse itong Dasmariñas Monarchs. But of course, if you're the defending champs in Quezon, gusto nyo agad makabawi.
Exactly.
Because being at that standard of play, you want to put that behind you and you want to focus on this next game here against Caloocan.
And tama. If I were etong Quezon Tangerines, I really wanted to bounce back. And syempre yung fire para makabawi would be in this tournament.
And as we have one of the key players para dito sa Quezon, Samantha Nolasco, 17 big points, 14 attacks, 2 blocks, and 1 ace. Diyan yan sa opening game nila against Dasmariñas last week.
And again, Samantha Nolasco showing that she really is a spectacular player, contributing a lot. And again, we have to be reminded that Quezon Tangerines is also backed by the College of St. Benit along with other players.
Alright, so kapit lang po kayo mga kaliga because up next, it is our match number 2. Caloocan looking to start strong versus the defending champs, the Quezon Tangerines, wanting to bounce back as we turn you over to our venue announcer.
With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Well, the vision of MPVA is to discover our grassroots talent, no? In order for them to have the platform and the opportunity to showcase their talents, because not everyone, especially our young athletes, no, have been given the chance to play at a national or at a higher level, especially our young talents from Visayas and Mindanao. MPVA, or all of the sports leagues ni Manny, it's really a platform, no, for them to grow, to be discovered by bigger leagues, not just in the country but also worldwide. Again, going back to the purpose, no, one major benefit would be to discover your local talents, no? Especially, for example, if you have a team in Cebu, if you have a team in Davao, in Iloilo, Boracay, and you have very impressive players, no, you don't know where to showcase them, MPVA is the way. So we have very limited na mga leagues, especially volleyball leagues, and with MPVA and Manny Pacquiao behind it, I'm sure that your players will be given the exposure and the opportunity to be discovered by bigger leagues.
Well, 2025, we expect another exciting season. This is actually our second regular season, and we've got new teams. Malamang yan, kilala nyo naman yung mga players there because they are really strong teams in the university leagues. And of course, we will still follow the home and away. Whenever we have a chance to go to the local LGU of the team, we'll definitely do that. But most of the games will be within Manila. So again, it's accessible to all of our fans na manood ng live. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of new names that will be coming out na mapapanood natin na magagaling na volleyball players within here.
Since new season, masaya kaming lahat kasi makakalaban namin yung may mga bagong teams din na sumali and yung mga former teams last season. So, masaya kami. Basta nandito lang po kami magtrabaho and kung ano yung ini-ensayo po namin, yun po yung ilalabas namin sa game. Malaking tulong itong liga na to kasi mas marami kaming exposure na ilalabas. Yung skills namin and yung skills din ng ibang teammates ko. So, malaking halaga din to sa naging outcome last season.
Presenting our officials for match number 4. First referee, Mr. J. Deriquito. Second referee, Mr. Ranji Padayao. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The battle continues here at the Arellano University Gymnasium in the city of Manila. This is the second season of Manny Pacquiao's Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association, ang Liga para sa lahat. It's the second game of our Saturday triple header between the Caloocan AM Spikers against the Quezon Tangerines. Calling the players, coaches, and management of the Caloocan AM Spikers to please proceed to the court for your mandatory photo op.
Come on, girl, believe me, I'll make
Now let's meet the starting lineups for both teams. First, for the Caloocan AM Spikers. Led by team captain center number 1, Rica Jolan. Outside hitter number 5, Dara Nieva. Middle blocker number 6, Angela Desma. Opposite hitter number 9, Rhea Manalo. Outside hitter number 15, Susan Rosla. Middle blocker number 16, Sonsi Daha. And their starting libero is number 4, Sin Lacerda. The coach for Caloocan is Mike Palermo. Now let's meet the starting lineup for your Quezon Tangerines. Led by team captain center number 1, Shin Basarte. Outside hitter number 2, comes Bartolome. Outside hitter number 12, Ashley Yeses. Opposite hitter number 14, Ye Rojo. Middle blocker number 18, Christy Ondangan. Another middle blocker number 21, Zam Nolasco. And their starting libero is number 5, Fiona Gatigan. The coach for Quezon is Jerry Yee.
Our starting lineups for both squads: Zonzi Dahab, Jolan, Ledesma, Nieva, Raslan, Manalo, Lacerna for Caloocan, and for the defending champs Quezon, Basarte, Ondangan, Nolasco, Rojo, Lieses, Bartolome, and Dorog. Solid lineups for both squads here. At magandang tanghali sa inyong lahat. Nico Aaron alongside Lois Santa Maria and Rafa Lipat at the sidelines. It is our match number 2 of game day number 2 between the Caloocan AM Spikers and the Quezon Tangerines. Caloocan looking to start their season strong. Itong Quezon naman gusto makabawi to get their first win of the season in their quest for a title defense.
And of course, we sure know na again itong Quezon Tangerines, they really wanted to bounce back from the heartbreaking loss in the opening game. And ito naman Caloocan, this will be an exciting match because as you know, itong Caloocan are composed of different players. Again, as compared sa Quezon, I think they're more gelled. They have one a very unified system because they're again backed by the College of St. Benilde. Of course, under Coach Jerry Yee. But itong Caloocan, again, they're diverse players. They have former players from different teams and from different collegiate leagues as well.
Ayun nga, nabanggit mo nga, Luis. Back-to-back service aces agad ang hatid sa atin ni Basarte to open things up here in our match. And of course, Caloocan looking to start their season strong. Ito nga, Luis, yung Quezon, no? Intact yung core nila from Benilde. And we know naman their performance. Gaano kagaling ang squad nila dito.
And of course, para dito sa Caloocan, they have to be reminded that they're up against a former champion team from last season. And ito nga, as early as now, pinapakita na ng Quezon Tangerines na as early as even in the first line of offense, which is service, nakakapuntos na sila agad.
Alam mo, interesting makita dito, Lois. How do the defending champs respond? Diba? Alam naman natin mindset ng mga defending champions in any sport. It's how you recover from a loss. Kaya tignan natin kung makakasagot agad ang Quezon Tangerines. Good start so far. We have a 2-point advantage. Oh, good net point there for Ondangan.
And Ondangan really showing her presence of mind dito sa kanyang net defense.
Ang sharp agad ng start ng Quezon dito, Lois. Ano? Talagang they want to prove a point.
Exactly. At ito yung dapat bantayan ng Caloocan because also, have to be reminded they're up against taller players as compared to Caloocan. But that service from Yeses went out.
And now at the service line, we have Rhea Manalo. Alam mo, napakaganda makita ulit si Rhea Manalo suiting up for Caloocan kasi alam natin nangyari sa kanya the previous season, Lois, no? She got hurt in the middle of the season and wasn't really able to return to full force para dito sa Caloocan. But now, it's a brand new season. It's good to have her back on board and big help ito para dito sa AM Spikers.
And also, starter pa siya
Oo.
dito sa first game na to. And of course, siya yung isa sa mga players na na-retain coming from the last roster of Caloocan. But again, Ondangan as early as now, already showing her powerful attacks.
And speaking of powerful attack, that was a power spike presented by Smart Power All 99. Load now. Ondangan with a power spike right there to boost their lead to 2 points. Pero ang ganda ng sinagot dito ni Diolan. Itong Caloocan, Lois, ano? The previous season then, they showed spurts of great things. Konting push na lang, makakapasok sila dun sa playoff spot. Medyo nakulangan lang ng players sa rotations. But overall, now that they're back in full force, ganda ng upside nitong AM Spikers.
And of course, another attack coming from the side of Quezon Tangerines, coming from Bartolome. As you can see from that play, very on point yung attack nito ni Bartolome. And for both teams, merong iba't ibang motivations there. Of course, Caloocan, they fell short from last season sa team standings. Unti-unti na lang yung kinakailangan para makapasok sa semis. But again, Bartolome is always present dito sa first line. Something that Caloocan needed to watch out.
And now serving for the defending champs, the Quezon Tangerines. We have Rojo, one of the newest additions. And quickly there, 8 quick points for the Tangerines as we take you to our first technical timeout.
Plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now!
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Nagbabalik tayo dito sa Maharlika, Pilipinas Volleyball Association. I talked earlier with both coaches and team captains of our teams for today's second game. Caloocan AM Spikers head coach Michael Palermo is confident na maganda ang ipapakitang galawan ng kanyang team coming from a recent tune-up with an NCAA school. But with the absence of team captain Chica Espinosa for today's game, Caloocan setter Rica Diolan expects her veteran team to step up. And coming naman from a 3 straight loss against Dasmariñas, Coach Jerry Yee of the Quezon Tangerine said na tuloy-tuloy lang ang kanyang team sa pag-practice at train, malayo pa naman ang season. Team Captain Chenny Basarte assured na aayusin nila ang naging lapses from their earlier game. It's a battle between 2 great teams today. Now back to the ball game, Nico and Lois.
Maraming salamat. That was Raf Falipat. At yun nga, medyo short-handed nga lang ang Caloocan dito, Lois. Without Chica Espinosa, we know gaano kalaking bagay at factor to have Chica Espinosa on your team. But now is a chance para dito sa Caloocan na mag-step up ang ibang players nila.
And of course, in the absence of Chica Espinosa, we're pretty sure na may mag-feel ng void or I would say replacement para dito sa Caloocan.
Ideally, ikaw, Lois, I know everyone on Caloocan is talented. Pero sino yung ina-expect mo na mag-step up in the absence nitong si Chica Espinosa?
Well, we do have Rhea Manalo, I would say, one of the formidable players na, again, na-retain from the previous, and yung pinakita nila, 8-8 record from last season. Of course, isa siya sa mga contributor doon. So, we're expecting Rhea Manalo. And of course, we also have itong si Nieva, also one of the players from last season that were retained.
Yeah, Rhea Manalo. Tall task for her to lead her squad today. Defending champs pa ang kalaban nila, pero alam na natin, there's one thing about Caloocan. They always play with heart. We've seen them the previous season, Lois, nung they took on the then defending champs ng Bacoor pa noon, how they beat Bacoor in that second round. And this team plays with a lot of heart. Speaking of the AM Spikers.
And these players are from Caloocan. Hindi naman nalalayo, lahat sila aware because again, these players are composed of former players from other teams as well. So yung familiarity sa kanila hindi nawawala. All they needed now is na maging intact sila because now they're playing as one team.
Exactly. Oh, and good front row attack mula kay Lieses to boost Quezon's lead to 9.
And I would say that attack is too powerful na hindi ma-counter nitong Caloocan. And one way to counter the attacks of Quezon Tangerines na already established team is of course to work on the blockings nitong Caloocan.
Strong start mula sa Caloocan, pero nakabawi agad si Zonzi Dahab.
And we were just speaking about the blockings na kinakailangan nitong Caloocan. And I think narinig nila tayo for that.
May naka-earpiece din ba na players dito? They could... Good point there. Itong si Zonzi Dahab, when she was then playing for Valenzuela, no, Lois? One of the main players siya noon for the Valenzuela Classy. To have her now on the side of Caloocan, another boost on their offense.
Well, going back dito kay Zonzi Dahab, we were expecting from last season. There's a lot of expectation from her, but I think medyo hindi na-meet yung mga expectations na yan. But now, we're trying to see if dito niya maipapakita itong skills na meron siya, especially when she was still playing in the collegiate.
Now, back-to-back points para dito sa Caloocan. It is still an 8-point lead, however, for the Quezon Tangerines. Of course, Coach Jerry Yee and his squad wanting to avenge that opening day loss. And strong start so far.
As we all know naman kung gaano ka-strict itong si Coach Jerry with his reputation na kahit makapuntos pa yung player as long as hindi tama yung execution, hindi yung papabor sa kanya.
And it is now second technical timeout. Quezon leads by 9.
Projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Catch all the games live and free exclusively on pusob.com. Your game, your community. Join now. Powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA. And special thanks to our media partners, Smart Sports and of course, Puso Pilipinas. Magandang tanghali sa inyong lahat. To those of you just joining us, it is our match number 2 here in game day number 2 of Manny Pacquiao's MPVA. It is the Caloocan AM Spikers with their first game of the season, taking on the defending champs, the Quezon Tangerines. Nico Aaron alongside Lois Santamaria and Rafa Lipat, bringing us all the news from the sidelines. Strong start mula dito sa defending champs, Lois.
Well, from that last sequence, we saw kung gaano kaganda yung ulip nito ni Rojo. As you can see, nakaibabaw siya sa bola. And that's why baon na baon yung palo niya eh.
Lead is back to 9. Good dig, Bartolome. Caloocan now on the attack. Oh, good back row attack there para kay Raslan.
Even with a point lead dito sa kapunan ng Quezon Tangerine, it seems like nakakahabol itong Caloocan dahil sa mga errors na pinapakita nitong Quezon Tangerines. And we all know Coach Jerry would be happy about that.
No, alam natin yung standard nitong Quezon, napakataas ng level of volleyball. But 2 straight points for Caloocan on that one.
And a good placement there coming from Ledesma. one of the middle blockers from Letran Lady Knights playing in the NCAA.
Yun din yung mga familiarity dito, Lois, no? Some of these players nakakasalubong din nila yung isa't isa sa NCAA and other leagues. So, advantage din yun in terms of experience.
Exactly. Familiar faces, I would say.
Yeah.
Familiar foes. At from that last attack from Bartolome, it's a good decision that she opted for a cross-court attack. Sobrang tipis ng palo na yun.
Oo. Ang hirap ng angulo na yun, Lois, ano? And it is a service ace for Yesha Rojo.
Again, Rojo keeps on contributing dito sa service line kanina. Even with that report, paulit-ulit yung mga service aces niya.
Kaya naman, napa-time out dito ang Caloocan AM Spikers. Let's listen in.
Natin para maisit. Kasi kanina pa tayo nag-i-struggle sa first ball. Kaya kapag tingnan niyo pag may first ball naman, nasa set maayos, napapatay, nakakapalo tayo eh. Wala, hindi natin masusolusyonan to kung kayaan nyo mag-collapse yung team dahil sa first ball natin.
And I think because of what happened dun sa performance ng Caloocan from the previous sequence, that was enough to call for a timeout kasi a good reception is really essential para makapag-execute ng magandang plays and para makapag-distribute ng maayos for the attackers.
Maganda dito sa Caloocan, Lois. Gusto na maagapan na agad yung mga errors nila. I mean, 9 points, it's a good distance, pero first set pa lang naman to. They have a good chance here. Oh, and good play mula sa Caloocan coming from the timeout.
And I think we saw how that timeout was able to help this team to at least be composed. And we also saw on the side of Quezon Tigers that there are some substitutions. We can now see Basilio inside the court.
Ang maganda dito sa Caloocan, Lois, we've seen them backs against the wall. They've had games in the previous season, pero they've always played with that heart. Hindi talaga sila sumusuko. They will fight and go through everything just to get back in this one.
And with that attack from Bartolome, as you can see, advantage na talaga yung White Knight, but also with her athleticism, it can really help her para maibabawan yung bola.
Bartolome, one of the key players para dito sa Quezon, adding to that offensive arsenal na meron na itong Tangerines. And speaking of arsenal, a service ace. Hatid ulit sa atin ni Bartolome, back-to-back points.
And exactly, that's something na gusto mong, kung ikaw yung coach, yun yung gusto mong makita sa player, present at all areas. Again, yung versatility mo as a player. And yung ball control na pinapakita. Ito ni Bartolome, again with another ace.
2 straight service aces for Bartolome.
And 3 consecutive points, kakagaling lang from attack and now giving out 2 points dito sa first line of offense.
Ang ganda ng start ng Quezon dito, Lois. They really came today to prove a point. And something you would expect then mula dito kay Coach Jerry and his squad. You're defending champs, you want to bounce back. This is how you start the ball game.
Another ace coming from Bartolome. This is consistency right here. Years of practice for that ball control.
And easy points for Quezon so far. Those past 3 points, panay service ace ang hatid ni Bartolome. They are 2 points away from taking this first set.
And this shows kung gaano ka-importante being consistent with the service. But bonus na lang yung maging service ace eh.
Picked up there by Caloocan this time. Oh, they break the momentum. And that's a good score there.
And from that last point, it's courtesy of Yap. As you can see, hindi ganun kalakas yung palo. Just enough strength. Just enough control and placement of the ball.
Minsan, Lois, no, it's more of the placing na lang. More than the strength, IQ, and placing.
And that's the beauty of volleyball. Madami kang chance.
And that was a power spike presented by Smart Power All 99. Load now.
And now we have Inocentes.
And Quezon takes set number 1 courtesy of Inocentes with that service ace. Napakaraming service ace ng Quezon dito sa ating opening set as they take a 1-set lead over the Caloocan AM Spikers. Set 2 when we return.
G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, games. With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Nagbabalik ang Manny Pacquiao's Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association. It is defending champs, the Quezon Tangerines, striking first, taking set number 1, 25-12 doon. Tignan natin ang highlights dito, Lois, ng ating set 1.
And itong Quezon Tangerines, they really displayed their dominance inside the court, proving why they were the last season's champion team. And also for dito sa Caloocan, it seems like they're really struggling in terms of their receptions and also defense. And that's something that they really need to work on, especially being up against the champion team, Quezon Tangerines.
The good news for Caloocan is they have a second set para makabawi dito. Of course, yan ang ini-expect natin mula dito sa Quezon. Coming off that loss in opening day, talagang ini-expect mo talaga sa isang defending champ, Lois, na makabawi agad and start strong dito sa ating second game. Tignan natin set statistics in set number 1.
And as you can see in disparity in terms of attacks, halos kalahati sa pinakita nitong Quezon Tangerines. And I would say the reason to that is because of the reception. Because again and again, reception is really important. It's really vital in order para sa team na makapag-execute ng mga plays and good ball distributions. And in terms of aces, wow. Quezon Tangerines provided 11 aces para dito sa Caloocan AM Spikers, and of course with minimal errors dito sa kupunan ng Caloocan, Quezon Tangerines still managed to get a win.
Now catch all the games live and free exclusively on pusop.com. Your game, your community. Join now. Powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA. And we would like to give a special thanks to our media partners, that is Smart Sports at syempre ang Puso Pilipinas. And to everyone watching us on our MPVA live streams, thank you very much. We hope you are enjoying our volleyball action. Hatid po namin sa inyo yan mula dito sa Arellano University Gymnasium in the busy streets of Manila as we open up set number 2 of our match number 2 between Caloocan and the Quezon Tangerines. Nico Aaron alongside Lois Santamaria and Rafa Lipat at courtside. Quezon ang first point dito sa set number 2.
And that attack was just too much para dito sa kapunan ng Caloocan. And the effort ito ni Lacena wasn't enough para mahabol yung bola because again, Quezon Tangerines is really on point right now. He's really on fire for this match.
Manalo she'll try. Solid block para sa Quezon.
And there have been a lot of attempts para ma-save itong bola. But again, I think Caloocan wasn't really that prepared from that last attack.
And now it is 2 points for Quezon at back at the service line. Ang service specialist natin, Lois, Camila Bartolome. She's had many aces dun sa first set.
And somehow, nakamanage itong Caloocan to bounce back or at least recover from errors with the reception from the first set. Now we have Ledesma on the service line.
Importante dito sa Caloocan, Lois, no? They want to get Rhea Manalo going early dito sa ating match.
And they have different set of players. And it's just a matter kung paano nila ma-activate itong mga players na meron sila.
Dorog. Running attack mula kay Lieses. Raslan through the blockers. That's a strong hit.
And again, we're now seeing itong progress in terms of attacks na meron itong Caloocan, something that they needed only with a good pass. And dito naman sa Quezon Tangerines, they now need to work on their coverage in order to at least ma-counter itong atake na pinapakita ngayon ng Caloocan AM Spikers.
Napalakas doon ang service ni Ledesma. Point will go back to Quezon. And speaking of service, Lois, kanina yung statistic natin, 11 service aces ang binigay ng Quezon doon sa set number 1. It just talks about yung versatility ng offense itong Quezon Tangerines.
And I would say it's also with the help of Bartolome and Rojo kanina kung bakit nagkaroon sila ng remarkably 11 service aces from the previous set.
Yeah. Yun talaga yung nagbigay ng lead sa kanila dun sa set number 1. And go on.
Fortunately, errors already piling up on the side of Caloocan.
If you're Caloocan, na ayaw mo ganong karaming errors, especially kalaban mo dito, defending champions, they will capitalize for sure.
Exactly.
Oh, good serve. Service ace na naman. Yesha Rojo.
And again, we're just mentioning kung gaano ka-consistent itong Quezon Tangerines in terms of their service. The first line of offense, I would say, yun yung pinaka-easing effort na makakakuha ka ng puntos kasi wala kang kalaban nun. It's just you. And it's a matter na lang kung paano dedepensahan ng Caloocan AM Spikers itong mga pinapaulan na service aces ng Quezon Tangerines. But from that last point, we have Ondangan making sure that he's also present dito sa first line.
Rojo is back at the service line. Medyo napasobra doon. Point will go back to Caloocan.
Parang sa kanya, okay lang naman yun. Ang dami ko naman service ace kanina.
Yeah. Ano muna daw? Pahinga daw muna. They still have a 2-point advantage though. And another error here for Raslan.
And exchanges of errors for both squads. Lucky point for Quezon Tangerines.
Lieses now at the service line. Dahab, oh, good frontline attack.
And a good decision there to power tip the ball. Again, dito natin makita na hindi lang talaga iisa yung mga atake na kayang gawin ng mga players. But there's a lot of ways and alam na nila kung paano i-figure out to gain a point.
Solid block for Caloocan. Good dig by Manalo. Try again. That is too strong. Back-to-back points for the AM Spikers. Oh no. That is Quezon's point now.
Just when we thought it was outside, parang kalkulado na ni
Yeah.
Bartolome.
8-5 is our score as we approach our first technical timeout of the second set.
Would like to thank the following: Spurway Enterprises, Smart,
Hands, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now!
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app. Choose your number. Activate the eSIM and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Back to live action here inside the Arellano Gymnasium. All the beautiful smiles. Dito ngayong Sabado, enjoying our festivities dito sa Manny Pacquiao sa MPVA. Nico Aaron alongside Lois Santa Maria and Rafa Lipat. And Quezon taking control of this match so far. They take the first set, pero ang Caloocan lumalaban dito. Set number 2.
And another on-point attack coming from Bartolome. And as we can see here, ganda talaga itong sistema at napakita nitong Quezon Tangerines.
1-2 play. Gumana doon sa AM Spikers.
Just when you least expect it, it's a good decision there by Yap. She saw an opening there.
Ang ganda panoorin mga 1-2 play, Lois, no? Just when you think they're gonna go for the 3 hits, when you break that rhythm, smart play there mula kay Yap.
Exactly.
Good save. Oh. And Quezon taking advantage of that scramble. 4-point lead.
Fortunately, La Serna miscalculated that one. And again, if may mga ganun kayong overpass na ibibigay dito sa Quezon Tangerines, they sure know how to take advantage of those.
Manalo, blocked. Free ball. Basilio. Strong hit. Bartolome right off the hands of the blockers.
Again, it's Bartolome again and again contributing a point. And I would say siya yung nagsa-step up dito sa Quezon Tangerines. Also boosting the team's morale. Something that Caloocan AM Spikers needs right now.
Service aces mula kay Bartolome kanina. Andun ngayon naman off the front line attacks. If you're Coach Jerry He, matutuwa ka talaga sa mga pinapakita ng players mo. Bartolome again. Back-to-back hits.
And again, Bartolome targeting that area. And I think it would somehow be fulfilling kasi as you can see, tinarget dito ni Bartolome is the libero. And we all know libero is something that's really good with defense. So I think it's a really fulfilling attack from Bartolome.
That is why Caloocan calls a timeout. Let's listen in.
Okay? Girls, tawag dito, ang problema natin dito, hindi na kasawalayuan natin yung tawag dito, yung first ball natin, yung ginagalaw talaga natin problema. Ang bagal din natin, ayaw natin mag-attempt. Madali na, actually, matlaki lang yung gitna, pero kaya naman nating yung depensa, gumilid na dalawa.
Ayun, nabanggit nga niya kanina, Lois. First ball ang gusto niya i-specify dito para sa Caloocan AM Spikers. That's what's been so important for them. Gusto na makabalik against the Quezon Tangerines.
Also, si Coach minimension niya na magbantay. Bantayan yung mga attackers. Again, in order na mabantayan itong mga attacks sa pinapakita ng Quezon Tangerines, they need to work on their net defense. And if not, yung floor defense, yung coverage.
Taking advantage there itong Quezon. Basarte goes to Rojo. Cross-court hit. Si Rojo naman daw sasali sa action.
And itong si Rojo, isa pa sa mga katulong ni Bartolome para matulungan ang kanilang kupunan.
What do you like ngayon, Lois, dito sa Quezon? Ano yung nagugustuhan mo na so far nakita natin in this first set and dito sa ating second set?
I know that it would really be their consistency in terms of service. Na, up until now, ang dami pa rin nilang pinapakitang service aces. But from that last point, have to give credit dito kay Bien Juanillo from that attack because Caloocan really needs those kind of attacks right now.
Bartolome. Good pick up there by Caloocan. Raslan is blocked. Free ball. Dorog. Basilio. Oh, good connection.
And Innocentes.
And that was a power spike presented by Smart Power All 99. Load now. Ganda ng connection na yon. Basilio to Innocentes.
Now we can see Melendres replacing Redesma inside the court. Also one of the players of Letran Lady Knights.
Caloocan now goes to Manalo. And this time she clicks. Good point there para kay Rhea Manalo.
And kanina tahimik itong si Rhea Manalo, but now we can feel her presence. And as you can see from that last attack, it was really powerful na hindi nadepensahan nitong Quezon Tangerines.
Slowly but surely, bumabalik na itong Caloocan. But just as that happens, Quezon comes with an answer right away. And that will lead us to our next technical timeout. But let's take a look. Lieses, solid front row attack. 16-8 is our score. More action when we return.
Only projects, plans, play, games! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Back to live action here inside the Arellano University Gymnasium. It is match number 2. Caloocan kontra sa Quezon. Nico Aaron with Lois Santamaria and Rafa Lipat. At yun nga, makibalita muna tayo mula kay Rafa Lipat. Rafa, what do you have for us?
All right, thank you, Nico. Quoting you earlier, Caloocan really played with heart last season. And this game, Caloocan will need more of that as they stay afloat in our second set. I talked earlier with former NU Lady Bulldogs setter team captain Rica Diolan. At sabi niya in the first set, nagkaroon lang daw ng confusion in terms of receive. But their team has adjusted well for the set. Diolan stressed her team's veterans as a key strength. At kailangan pa nilang mag-gel as a team if they want to win this game. Palo, pagsubok at puso. These teams are giving their hearts out for today's game. Now back to you, Nico and Lois.
Salamat, Rafa. Adjustments and chemistry. Ayan ang kailangan daw ayusin ng Caloocan dito if they want to get back in this game. At ikaw, Lois, how do you assess their performance so far dito sa set number 2?
Well, talking about chemistry, I would say, we'd like to agree with that. Kasi again, we have to be reminded na ito mga players na to came from different teams pa as compared to their opponent right now na they've been playing one system ever since they are backed by, again, the LaSalle College of St. Benilde. But also, we have to be aware also na ito yung debut nila for this season. So this is their first game. So I think they're still adjusting and of course familiarizing themselves with the skills of each player and with their teammates.
Familiarity ang gustong hanapin dito ng Caloocan. Pero alam mo, Lois, speaking of familiarity, that's nothing new to her. Zonzi Dahab with a point there. Yun nga, yung chemistry nitong Caloocan, Lois, I'm excited to see once this team starts clicking, ang ganda na magiging offense and defense itong AM Spikers.
Exactly. It could have been a point for Dahab. However, there was an error in touching the net. So, it could be, I would say, sayang dahil they've been expecting this type of attack a while ago.
Speaking of attack, quick attack naman mula kay Basilio. 1-2 play for the Tangerines.
Now we have Basilio making sure that her presence is felt dito sa set na ito.
Quezon, 6 points away from sealing set number 2. And now they are at the 20-point mark.
Another error from Raslan.
if you're Coach Jerry G, you have to be happy dito sa pinapakita ng iyong kupunan. Coming off of that loss, yung body language, yung approach ng Quezon dito agad, down to business. Gusto na bumawi agad. And they're showing that so far.
Well, miscommunication on the side of Quezon. No, what I'm really excited about, because as you can see, pumasok na dito si Tan Camille. And I've been mentioning a while ago na Quezon is backed by College of St. Benilde. But etong si Camille Tan, she's a player that came from San Sebastian. So, I wanted to see kung paano na siya nakapag-gel sa team na ito. But she was also here from the previous season.
That's one thing then, no? How interesting with Quezon. They also have a mix of new players. Not necessarily dun sa sistema ng Benilde, pero gaano kabilis ang magiging adjustment. Tingin mo, Lois, how important is that to have a quick adjustment agad, lalo na intact halos lahat ng players para dito sa Quezon?
Well, yung adjustment naman, makikita nila yun eh. They know, alam nila yung mga gagawing adjustment because they have been training for this. So, ang kailangan nilang gawin is to recall what to do, go back to basics, and of course, gawin yung mga gustong ipagawa ng kanilang mga coaches.
And that point, it still goes to the Tangerines. 4 more points before they take this second set. It's been all Quezon so far, but Caloocan has been fighting back. Good dig there. Regalo mula sa Caloocan. Basilio. Solid hit para kay Ariana Pua.
And Pua, it's as if kuwang-kuwa niya na yung set na yun eh.
And that was a power spike presented by Smart Power. All 99 load now. Ariana Pua joining in on the action. Kaya napatime out agad ang Caloocan. Let's listen in.
Tuloy-tuloy na natin, girls. Ang layo na naman ang score, oh. Sayang kasi. Ang laki ng problema natin sa first ball, hindi natin alam kung bakit, ano nangyayari. Sipagan nyo pa!
Same point of emphasis pa din, Lois. First ball. Inuulit-ulit ni Coach doon. That's the thing they've been trying to fix ever since the first set para dito sa Caloocan.
Because before this timeout, kanina pa sila naahambuna ng mga service aces. And hindi lang sa service aces, I would say, kahit makuha nila yung bola, nabibreak pa rin yung pattern nila eh. And also, yung mga depensa.
Let's see if the AM Spikers can make the adjustment. Pua through the blockers. Another powerful hit.
And Pua also making sure that her presence is felt para sa kanyang kupunan. Breaking off the blockers.
Isa pang threat sa front row, si Pua for Quezon. Oh, but smart IQ play there for Yap. Pangalawang beses niya ginawa yun. 1-2 play for Caloocan.
And again, it's amazing how Yap can make that decision when everybody was not expecting that. So kahit tayo nasusurprise na lang dito eh.
Yung IQ ni Yap, no, talking about her, one of the smartest players in
Exactly.
Caloocan.
Another point coming from Pua. Pua again and again contributing for her spot.
Ariane Pua, same spot, same result. She's been stifling from that front row. 1-2 play, sinubukan na rin ni Yap doon.
Just Pua again and again.
Of course, she brings us to that set point. Ariane Pua, back-to-back points from the front row. As the defending champs, Quezon Tangerines, take set number 2. More action sa ating pagbabalik dito sa MPVA.
With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, games! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now!
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, games! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now!
Tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang aksyon dito sa MPVA. The defending champs, Quezon Tangerines, with a dominant 2-set lead over the Caloocan AM Spikers. Quezon looking to bounce back after their opening day loss, and so far so good. Tingnan natin yung highlights sa ating set number 2.
And again, dito, kanina we've been hearing a lot from Bartolome. We also have Rojo. But now, we saw na pagpasok pa lang ni Buwa, she was able to contribute a point. And ito yung pinapakita ng Quezon Tangerines ngayon. It's because hindi siya salita ng mga players. Yung papapakilala niya is a long time. So, merong momentum. So, nabibigyan ng confidence itong mga players. So, again, habang mainit pa, ay mapagbigyan na ng mga puntos at puntos.
Yun nga, we talked about momentum. Grabe ang capitalization ng Quezon sa kanilang momentum. And that is why they took set number 2. Service aces, front row attacks, backline attacks. Ang dami natin nakita mula sa Quezon. And that's how champions respond. Ika nga natin, Lois. Then set number 2.
And as we can see here, they dominated again in terms of attacks. And itong blockings, kahit isa lang, they still got to 1. And what's really important is that they were able to minimize their errors. That's why they were able to clinch this win.
There you see all-around offense para dito sa Quezon. And catch all the exclusive games live and free exclusively on pusop.com. Your game, your community. So join now. And that is also powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA. Special thanks to our media partners, that is Smart Sports and Puso Pilipinas. And the action will continue here in our match day number 2. Nico Aaron with Lois Santamaria and Rafa Lipat giving us the news from the sidelines. So far, Lois, it's been all Quezon against the Caloocan AM Spikers.
Exactly. You have different players na kayang punan yung lapses. Maya't maya may naririnig tayo. Someone that's really consistent. Another player. Kumbaga, again, hindi siya salitan. And given that, dapat itong Caloocan, since hindi nga salitan yung pag-distribute ng bola dito sa kupunan ng Quezon, I think dapat alam nila kung sino yung pinagtutuunan nila ng pansin to at least defend itong mga atake.
Yeah, goes to Raslan. Good connection there. Gets it through the blockers. Good start para sa Caloocan.
Exactly. Something that they really need right now, somebody to step up. And because of Raslan, we're hoping that the momentum will be boosted on their side.
Melendres now at the service line for Caloocan. And that's too strong. Back-to-back points for the AM Spikers. Oh, that is a touch rather.
I think being that too strong, I think it was intentional to at least mapatama dun sa kamay ng mga blockers.
And it was a touch. Good point there for Quezon. Grabe rin yung napag-usapan din natin kanina, Lois, the versatility nitong Quezon. Nabanggit nga natin, offense nila very complete. And with that, makibalita muna tayo kay Rafa Lipat. Rafa?
Still up to defend their crown, the Quezon Tangerines meant business in the first 2 sets, showing their consistency and powerful plays. Key addition Ariana Puwa made her mark in the second set and said na masaya ako na nakapaglaro ako ngayon. Will the Quezon Tangerines close the third set or will the Caloocan AM Spikers spoil the party? We're excited to find out. And now, bringing it back to you, Nico and Lois.
That is the question that needs to be answered and we will find out in this set. Thank you, Rafa. Can Quezon close this out? Yun nga, consistency ang gusto ipakita ng Tangerines dito.
Exactly. Huwag lang maging complacent itong Quezon Tangerines because gets they already gained 2 sets and kailangan na lang nila ng isang set para mapanalo itong match na ito. But also the pressure is also on the side of Caloocan because as much as possible, they will attempt to extend this match.
Tall task, no, Lois, para sa AM Spikers. Pero if there is one team we know that can come back from this deficit, it's Caloocan. This team plays with heart and might. So let's see if they will bring that in this third set.
Now, Rojo again present dito sa attacks.
Stepping up din tong si Rojo for the Tangerines, making her presence felt. Manalo, she'll try again. Too strong on that one. Point will go to Quezon.
Well, I think they're still attempting na makontest na merong block touch. But decision of our referee, ball goes out.
Good block there. Free ball. And point will go to the AM Spikers.
And it's already 4 touch para dito sa kupunan ng Quezon Tangerines.
Ang ganda ng start dito ng Caloocan, Lois. Something they could build on to start off this set number 3.
And I think they're really driven by the pressure na meron sila ngayon because yung kalaban nila isang set na lang ang kinakailangan.
Service ace for Raslan.
And Raslan now present in different areas well.
If they can get more of that, ano, Lois, it would be a luxury for them to come back in this one. Napalakas lang dun. 5 apiece as Jetigan checks in for Dorog.
And din yung sinasabi ko kanina, it really happens na after an ace, medyo na-overwhelm. So sometimes, hindi nako-control ng maayos yung bola.
Ooh, good serve there by Rojo.
Unfortunately, that ball sailed out para dito sa kapunan ng Caloocan.
At the service line again is Yesha Rojo. Consistent so far ang pinapakita din ito ni Rojo para dito sa Quezon Tangerines. Both from the front row and the service line. And speaking of that, service ace. Another one for Rojo.
And makapigil hininga talaga yung service na yon. But it's as if that calculated talaga yung ginawa niyang service. Kanina pa siya nakaka-service ace eh.
It's been Rojo and Bartolome having a field day at the service line. Ang lakas ng palo na yun ni Manalo. Too strong for Quezon to control. They'll need more of that.
And isa yun sa mga rason kung bakit almost nakapasok na ng semis itong Caloocan from previous season because dahil din sa mga atake nito ni Rhea Manalo.
Daming promise itong Caloocan once this team gets more of their chemistry going. They could go far in this tournament.
I would agree to that.
And tying things up here.
And there have been some clarifications para dito sa mga referee.
Kino-contest din itong coaching staff ng Quezon. They were fighting for that point, but the referees have the eye there. They give that one to Caloocan.
Kasi yung line judge, sabi niya may block touch. But of course, ito atong first referee, siya'y nakakita dito sa net.
You gotta trust them with the views of the house. That one is a little bit too off. As Quezon now will take us to our first technical timeout of set number 3.
Manny Pacquiao's Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association.
Unli projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Unli 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Inside the beautiful Arellano University Gymnasium on this lovely Saturday. Hatid namin sa inyo ang MPVA Matchday number 2. Nico Aaron alongside Lois Santa Maria and Rafa Lipat. Rhea Manalo looking to lead the charge for Caloocan to fight back in this ball game.
Again, Rhea Manalo making sure na makakakuha sila ng puntos dito up against Quezon. And it's amazing kung paano natin nakita nakapag-bounce back itong si Rhea coming from an injury last season.
Oo, pero if you're any player, no, it's good to be back, kumbaga, for Rhea Manalo. Back here for the Caloocan AM Spikers.
Now, you can see ito from this game, si Bartolome meron na siyang 13 points, Raha with 9 points. And kita mo yung distribution ng bola because lahat para dito sa mga players ng Quezon, lahat sila nakakapag-contribute, lahat sila maaasahan.
Yung napag-usapan natin kanina, Lois, the all-around performance and arsenal para dito sa Quezon. It's a good sight to see then if you're Coach Jerry, no, na you have all of your guns stepping up. As that power spike is presented by Smart Power, all 99 load now. Strong hit there.
So, I think, was it a facial hit? I don't know, but again, kanina 13 points now, make it 14 for Bartolome.
Solid outing and a block point for Ondangan joining the party for the Tangerines.
Now, Ondangan, kanina medyo tahimik now. Making sure na makapag-contribute din siya dito para sa kanyang koponan.
Yep, trying to sneak in again that 1-2 play. Chooses Raslan. Back to Bartolome. And back to another point. 15 points now for Bartolome.
And Bartolome with a lot of attacks. And again, also her volleyball IQ, as you can see, yung bola niya, yung body niya, kanina iba yung angle, but she was opting for that zone 1.
Yung maganda kay Bartolome, Lois, no, hindi lang basta atake, no? She chooses the zones, chooses the spots. And ang taas ng IQ din nito ni Bartolome.
And that was too strong for Bartolome. As you can see, nakailalim na kasi sa bola.
Yeah.
So, hindi siya napag-adjust. But also, etong mga 1-2 plays na yap, eh, nababasa na ng Quezon Tangerine. So, I think, maya-maya niya na siguro may execute ulit yung mga ganung plays.
Quick adjustments for the defending champs. Block point again for Ondangan.
This is what I've been mentioning a while ago, na hindi dapat magkaroon ng mga over-receiver, over-passes itong kanilang mga kalaban dahil sure, certainly, Quezon Tangerines knows how to take advantage of those.
Bartolome naman at the service line. Ooh. Yap, trying to go for that 1-2 na naman.
That's actually a good attempt from Yap, but it was just too much. Kasi wala nga din talagang tao doon.
Good intentions.
Say a lucky point for Quezon Tangerines.
Si Jolan, papalit naman dito kay Yap. And another queen we have at the service line, Bartolome. It's been her and Rojo getting easy points from that service line. And right on cue there, Bartolome showing us why that is one of her specialties.
And if I'm not wrong, she already has 16 points
16.
now.
Consistent talaga to si Bartolome, no?
Ano kayang klaseng training yung pinapagawa ni Coach Jerry sa kanila? Even sa service pa lang, nakakapatay na sila ng bola.
Oh, Quezon though caught sleeping there. Good point there para kay Raslan.
And Raslan, just the right amount of power. Making sure na may dadala niya yung bola. Finding the right spot.
Good pickup by Dorok. Rojo with the drop shot. Lieses, quick attack at the net.
And again, taking advantage of those overpasses.
And that was a power spike presented by Smart Power All 99. Load now. Quick net point for Lieses. 16-11 is our score.
Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Action resumes here in Manny Pacquiao's MPVA. It has been the Quezon Tangerines so far taking control of this match. But the Caloocan AM Spikers gusto makabawi dito sa set number 3 as they are still in this one. Good dig by Bartolome. Free ball. Smart play. Presence of mind from Inocentes.
And again, we have to be reminded, na again, paulit-ulit ko lang talagang sinasabi, na kapag nabigyan mo ng mga overpasses itong Quezon Tangerines, talagang regalo sa kanila eh.
Yeah.
Now we have Rojo outside the court, the homegrown player, and now Puwa is back. One of the consistent players para dito sa Quezon Tangerines.
6-point lead for Quezon. Oh. Adjustment there. Puwa! Solid attack na naman.
And dito para kay Puwa, it's as if kanina pa talaga siya nag-iinit. Again, kakapasok niya lang kanina from the previous set and kakapasok niya lang din ngayon. But agad-agad siyang nakakagawa ng puntos.
Lagi siya nakakalusot sa blockers, no, Lois? Itong si Puwa.
I would say ideal player na mapapasok mo coming from the bench.
Yeah. Especially from that front row. She's been solid. Yap. Goes to Manalo. And scores off of that one.
Rhea Manalo with a very powerful attack. As you can see, basag na basag yung mga blockers.
Yeah.
And even itong si Lieses, hindi niya nahabol yung blockings because of that speed.
Raslan now back at the service line. Puwa, napalakas doon. And Caloocan, back-to-back points from them. Kung ikaw yung Caloocan, Lois, you're still in this one, set number 3. Ano yung gusto mo makitang adjustments nila if they want to be able to force this one to a 4th set and even take this to set number 5?
Well, I would still say they need to work on their receptions and their coverage and also blockings. Actually, madaming department that they still need to work on because we know etong Quezon Tangerines is a team na sobrang lakas and they're present, the presence of mind. And again, they need to lessen their errors, of course.
Yeah, you cannot have those, especially against the defending champs. Or else they're gonna make you pay like that one. Let's just hope Caloocan can cruise themselves back in this. It is a 6-point match. Free ball here. They go back to Puwa. Point will go to Caloocan.
There are a lot of errors coming from Puwa. I think Hindi niya medyo nakokontrol yung attacks niya ngayon. But also, for Caloocan, kahit nakukuha nila yung bola coming from the receive, eh, they're still struggling para makagawa ng maayos na system. But another service ace coming from Dahab.
Ganda ng service ace ni Zonzi Dahab doon. Yan ang mga kailangan ng Caloocan. Alam mo, Lois, tuwing nakausap ko to si Zonzi Dahab, what I like about her when I talk to her, the way she approaches the game. She's just very happy, no? She plays with a lot of joy, a lot of she's focused, pero the way she approaches it, di daw siya kinakabahan. Just enjoys the moment. At yun yung gusto mo sa isang player tulad ni Zonzi Dahab.
And of course, with those enjoyments, we're just hoping that it will be reflected inside the court.
And Caloocan now gaining momentum. Pero 4 points pa ang hinahabol nila dito. As Quezon is 5 points away from sealing this match. And
Referee called for a dead ball. There's been some confusion dito sa ating mga committees.
BSS back to serve again. Grabe. Innocentes. Alam mo itong si Innocentes, Lois, no? It's like she's always one step ahead. Na-assume na niya yung attack na yun.
Sobrang ganda niya magbasa. As you can see, payong na yung bola. And it happens when nakikita mo yung kamay ng mga attackers mo eh. So mababantayan mo yon. And also yung position ng kamay.
Service ace. If there is one theme for Quezon this day, it has been service ace. As they have a 7-point lead as we approach this timeout, let's listen in to the AM Spikers.
Galaw. Tapos diniretso mo ng ganun. Black talaga yung kahit kay Sonji ganun din mangyari. Paggalawin mo yung middle. Actually, pwede mo na ibato sa mga sa iba eh. Okay? Kaya pa, tikitan natin, ha? Sige lang, sipag pa, kaya. Go, go. Relax lang. Alam mo.
All the fans here in attendance in this game's community camp powered by pusop.com. Your game, your community. Join now. So thank you to all of our fans in attendance dito sa Arellano University Gymnasium. At syempre sa mga nanonood sa ating mga live streams exclusively on the pusopilipinas.com. We hope you're enjoying our festivities in this Saturday triple header. It is match number 2. Quezon slowly but surely taking this one 3 points away from the match.
Well, from that previous timeout, I think it's because Caloocan, AM Sparkers, are now struggling with their floor defense. And again, kanina pa yung reception. So what they needed to do right now is, of course, to strategize kung yung positioning ng mga kanilang defense patterns. And it can be because of kung paano pupunan ng isang player yung lapses ng isa. It's something that they need to work on right now.
At ang good news dito para sa Caloocan, Lois, first game pa lang naman to. They can bounce back from this. But they will have a lot to learn from if Quezon does win this match. 2 points away are the Tangerines from match point. Kaya napapa-timeout agad ang Caloocan dito. Games live and free exclusively on pusop.com. Your game, your community. Join now. Powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA. And of course, special thanks to our media partners, Smart Sports and Puso Pilipinas. Exclusively showing our Manny Pacquiao's Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association. And the sights and sounds. Paunti-unti napupuno na ang ating Arellano Gymnasium. As we have another match. Hindi pa tayo tapos dito, Lois. Match number 3 pa abangan natin. But let's see here in match number 2 if the defending champs can close this one out. Service ace is the name of the game for the Tangerines.
Now we have Inocentes. Another service ace. And again, itong Caloocan, they called for a timeout because of the reception from a while ago. And now they're struggling again with the reception. So it's really costly. Especially that Quezon Tigers is now just 1 point away from clinching this match. But yet again, hanggat hindi pa tapos, there's still a lot of opportunities para makabawi.
6 points ang kailangan ng Caloocan dito as Quezon match point. Oh, back-to-back points for the AM Spikers.
And there's been, I think the luck is also on the side of Caloocan right now.
It is Nieva at the service line looking to keep the AM Spikers alive. Good block there by Caloocan. Free ball. Yap. Good play.
Ledesma being present, her presence of mind dito sa kanilang net defense is now helping itong Caloocan AM Spikers in their attempt in extending this match and of course this set.
4 straight points for Caloocan, looking to force a 4th set here. Composure so far ng Caloocan, Lois. Ang ganda na pinapakita nila.
Exactly. And I think yun yung importante dito. It really happens na yung pressure dito. Kanina ang layo ng hinaban nilang score.
Oh, but Bartolome puts that baby home. And the Quezon Tangerines responding like the defending champions do. Taking a straight sets victory courtesy of that point there by Bartolome as they defeat the Caloocan AM Spikers. And from start to finish, Lois, the Quezon Tangerines showing us how champions respond.
Projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Back here in Manny Pacquiao's MPVA, it is the defending champs, the Quezon Tangerines, responding coming off that opening day loss. They came back today with a resurgence, handling business. 3-0 against the Caloocan AM Spikers. It's been all Quezon dito sa ating match. Solid performance. At syempre, ang ating Queen of the Court na pili mo, Lois, is none other than Camila Bartolome.
Well, Camila Bartolome really displayed dominance inside the court. Her efficiency in terms of attacks, yung opportunities na binibigay niya para dito sa Quezon Tangerines is truly remarkable, especially with the 7 aces na na-contribute niya dito. And really just goes to show kung gaano siya ka-consistent in this department.
And right now, she is with our courtside reporter, Rafa Lipat. Rafa?
Thank you, Nico and Lois. Kasama ko ngayon ang ating queen of the court from the Quezon Tangerines, outside spiker, Camila Bartolome. Congratulations, Camila, for winning our queen of the court for today's game. Grabe yung giggle at will nyo to win yung game nyo ngayong second game natin for today. Ano ang ginawa nyong iba for this game?
Recently po, natalo po kami ng Caloocan. So ngayon, bumawi lang po kami. Mas nagdag po kami ng effort sa ngayong laro. Nagdag lang po ng effort. Tsaka yung will namin na gusto pong manalo ngayon.
Alright, thank you. Speaking of effort, sabi nga ni Coach Jerry kanina, mahaba pa ang season. Ano mga ine-expect mo na susunod pa sa mga games nyo?
So marami kaming games na dadating and isa yun sa mga kailangan namin ngayon is para especially sa akin na rookie, kailangan ko pa ng exposure at mag-adjust sa gala ko sa court kasi bago din naman ako dito sa team tsaka bago ako sa position ko. So marami pa talagang dapat i-improve.
Alright, congratulations ngayon. Batiin mo naman yung mga friends, family, supporters mo, both from the Quezon community at ang mga pamilya mo sa Bacolod.
Thank you po sa mga nagsusuporta sa my Quezon Tangerines. And binabati ko po yung family ko po sa Iloilo and yung mga friends and teammates ko sa Bacolod. And Sir Boy Montalvo po. And sa mga friends ko po sa Bacolod, yung mga Alparts po, yung mga tropa ko. Hello po.
Alright, congratulations again. And there you have it, our queen of the court, Camila Bartolome. Now you may sign our camera.
Camila Bartolome stepping up para dito sa Quezon Tangerines. As we take a look at your Smarts Powered Up Plays brought to you by Smart Only 5G. Only 85 pesos for 3 days. Download the Smart app and load now. Lois, it has been all Quezon dito. Good heart and good fight shown by Caloocan, but the Quezon Tangerines reminding us why they are the defending champs.
And it's a good way to bounce back from their loss. Again, I think that was their motivation. And of course, dito napakita nila kung gaano sila ka-jealous as team. They have one system that is, of course, an advantage up against their opponent na nagpa-familiarize pa with their skills. But this, they just showed na everybody can showcase their skills. Everybody got the opportunity to show what they got.
Yeah, and talking about itong Caloocan, nothing to look down on if you're the AM Spikers. Chemistry na lang ang kailangan nila i-work on. The good news is it's only their first game. But itong Quezon Tangerines, alam naman natin, very intact ang lineup nila and showing their dominance and their might here in their match against Caloocan. As we take into set number 3, may spurts din na pinakita na maganda itong Caloocan, showing us that they do have some good plays in them. But Quezon able to make the adjustments at nakapag-respond sila dito sa set number 3.
Well, again, dito, I would really agree to that na humabol naman talaga itong Caloocan, but kinulang nga lang. And again, that was not enough para mapigilan itong dominance na pinakita ng Quezon Tangerines.
And the Quezon Tangerines bouncing back in dominant fashion, taking this first win of their season and their quest for a title defense. Ito naman Caloocan, they want to bounce back in their next game. A lot to look forward to for the AM Spikers. 25-12 is our score set number 1, 25-14 in set number 2, and 25-21. All Quezon here in our match. As we take a look at the match statistics.
And as you can see, Quezon really dominated in terms of attacks. Of course, kudos to their libero for giving out good passes. And as you can see, this is truly remarkable. I think ito yung pinakamataas na service aces that we have right now. And of course, even with more opponent errors as compared dito sa kanilang kalaban, they still managed to clinch a win. Because again, their consistency and presence of mind inside the court.
Grabe, the service line has been the friend of the Quezon Tangerines in this game. But we are not done yet, mga kaliga. Up next, it is the Pasay Lady Voyagers kontra dito sa Dasmariñas Monarchs. More action when we return here in Manny Pacquiao's MPVA.